In about 5 months to be exact, the NBA is going to welcome a premier scorer to the league. And his name is Ace Bailey. This is not a drill, you feel me? I'm not sure how in tune everyone is with the upcoming 2025 NBA draft and the talents it'll offer, but it's already safe to say that whatever we got last year pales in comparison. I don't mean to disrespect Zachary Reese's Shea, Alex Sarr and them boys, but between Cooper Flagg, Dylan Harper, Ian Jackson, VJ Edgecombe, and more, things are looking pretty nice, no BS. And today we're focusing on Ace Bailey, because it's not just the typical ESPN media experts taking notice. You see, I'm sure when top recruits see their names in headlines and other hype around their names, they appreciate it. But imagine one of the greatest hoopers in history, or in this case, arguably the best scorer ever, letting it be known that they mess with your game heavy. This is what KD had to say about Ace Bailey pretty recently.
Kids, Ace Bailey gets compared to you all the time when you were a prospect. I'm curious if you've watched them play, watched this tape, and one, what do you think, and do you think those comparisons are valid?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, Ace is a pure talent. Being able to shoot the ball with that type of touch from anywhere is insane. The shots that he can make over multiple people at that length. It's incredible to watch him and his teammate Dylan Harper playing some great ball. They're one of my favorite teams to watch. But he's a problem. I can't wait to see his career grow.
Mind you, that clip is from December, before Ace Bailey put up multiple 30-point performances. Most recently, Ace dropped a ridiculous 37 points on 65% shooting, and KD basically doubled down on the interview by commenting about how nice Ace really is. And per usual, today we gotta talk about it. We'll get into what makes Ace Bailey so special in the first place, and why whoever gets the first pick might want to consider more than just taking Cooper Flagg just because media says so. So yeah, man, y'all go ahead and let me know in the comments, bro. What do you think of Ace's game? Is he being overhyped in your opinion? Why not? And yeah, bro, really quick before I go any further, what's up YouTube? Plug Speaks back with another video. If you're new, first of all, welcome. Go ahead and sub. Also like the video if you enjoy. I upload quality basketball content and we're on the grind to 5K, so I'd most def appreciate it. But yeah, man, back to the vid though. So when it comes to this man, Ace Bailey, probably one of the main things I see when he plays, and also one of the main things that's buzzing over social media, is how easy he appears to make the game. You see, he isn't one of those players that requires a bunch of screens or, hey coach, can you draw this play for me so I can get going? Nah, Ace gonna go and get his regardless, which can be a good thing or a bad thing, but right now we're focusing on the positive. You see, in the 19 games he's played thus far, he's averaging damn near 21 points, 8 rebounds, and a block, shooting a highly efficient 48% from the field and 41% from deep. Friendly reminder, bro is 6'10". Like, sheesh. I know us NBA fans often hype up bigger players whenever they can shoot the ball well, but that's simply because even in 2025, it is not the norm. In the man's own words, he said he models his game after the likes of T-Mac, Jason Tatum, Kevin Durant, and Paul George. Each of those players has a very specific skill set which tends to bring you success in the NBA, and that's simply being able to dominate the game offensively. I mean, not to mention the defense, but the scoring is what takes them over the top, and in the case of Ace Bailey, he checks the boxes. For instance, he is highly efficient with his moves. It's not often you'll find a possession where he thinks he's Uncle Drew or dribbling the air out the ball, because more times than not, if it's a half-court possession, Ace makes his move within 3 dribbles. It might be a series of jab steps, pump fakes, maybe great use of his pivot down low, or even a quick move into the pull-up. He's just really good about keeping things simple. And when I say simple, please understand I'm strictly referring to the amount of dribbles. Because as far as shot selection, there's many out there that would say Ace does everything but keep it simple. But in my eyes, this is just another theme among incredible scorers. You know, what many of us may see as dumb or unnecessarily difficult shots, there's sometimes what makes these players so great. For instance, in his recent 37-point explosion, one of his toughest buckets came early in the game. Rutgers was actually still losing at this point, and Ace was on the wing, defender all up in his grill with plenty of time on the shot clock. What does Ace proceed to do? Simply jab step, raise up for a three, catches it. I mean, bro, those are the shots that make it obvious we're not dealing with the typical D1 hooper. The man is clearly lottery pick bound. Mind you, college basketball has many limitations that just don't exist in NBA hoops. For instance, Rutgers team shoots an average of 33% from three. Now, the majority of NBA teams shoot an average significantly higher than that. The only two outliers being the Wizards and Magic. And for the most part, good three-point shooting equals good spacing. So for a player like Ace, imagine the potential when he's got all the spacing in the world to work with. It opens the floor and makes everything a bit simpler. And then beyond that, let me not make Ace Bailey sound so one-sided, because there's more to his game besides the buckets. Just think about it. Bro is 6'10" and reportedly has a 7-foot wingspan. That's a recipe to be a great defender, and to his credit, he's currently averaging a block and a steal. This is something I see transitioning to the NBA very well, because unlike most 6'10" players, Ace appears to have the lateral quickness needed to hang with a smaller guard like maybe a Jalen Brunson or Trae Young, but also his fellow forwards and maybe even some centers. And if we take things back to the few players he claims to model his game after, bro, prime Paul George and Jason Tatum are some of the best two-way players in recent history. So this is yet another positive to Ace's game, which I'm sure NBA scouts are noting. But of course, just like any other prospect, Ace's game is not all rainbows and sunshine. There are some cons. And the main one I see in his game currently, the main one buzzing on social media, is his lack of playmaking. Remember earlier in the video when I said one thing about Ace is that he's gonna get his regardless? Well, that's the facts. He's had multiple games with 0 assists and currently averages less than 1 assist per game. I mean, objectively, that's not the best look for such a high prospect. However, Rutgers truly doesn't look for him to playmake. Obviously, his fellow lottery-bound teammate Dylan Harper runs the point, and then Rutgers also has some other guards they look to for those purposes. But still, it would be nice to see Ace show that side of his game a bit more. Now, when it comes to the NBA draft, I don't see this being an issue for him, but if anything, I believe what may scare NBA GMs is his potential to be a streaky player. You know, his averages thus far are highly efficient, but truth be told, everyone goes through slumps. And in those moments, it's important to utilize free throws to get easy buckets, you know, the charity stripe. Well, Ace currently shoots 67% on free throws on 4 attempts per game. So again, gotta be objective, that is not a green flag. But this will probably improve as the season wanes. I mean, I can't imagine a 40% three-point shooter consistently struggling from the charity stripe. But yeah, man, with that being said, I'm finna wrap this video up. We ain't really get into his positioning in the upcoming draft, but that was intentional because that topic may need a whole nother video. You know, Cooper Flagg is cold, but the way Ace been playing, that convo might get more and more interesting as the season wanes, so we'll see. But anyways, besides that, that's about it. Y'all let me know what you think about Ace Bailey in the comments, man. Is he someone you foresee becoming a star at the next level, being the NBA? Why not? And yeah, bro, I appreciate y'all watching as always, man. Like the sub, share, sub if new, all of that. I will see y'all boys in the next one, and I'm out.